maintenance man here at Mr. Dog Poop Studios. As you know, I fix pretty much everything around here. And this week, I was putting up a vinyl fence. When I thought to myself, what a piece of crap this is. Which is why when the hurricane brushed by us last year, it wiped out large sections of our fence. But honestly, I don't know how any of it stayed up. It literally has nothing holding it together. You can just lean on it and break it. In severe weather, which is pretty much daily here all summer in Florida, the fence shifts and pops apart. Here, let me show you. The only thing holding this fence together is these little plastic tabs, which typically rip off as you're putting in the fence. So the fence post goes into the rail. The rail has a hole in it. If it's a through rail, it's on both sides. And the post can slide in and out. It's put in here, put it in like this, and as you can see, these tabs right here go in, so they go past, and then that's not supposed to pull out. You can see that can push in, it can pull out, and if those tabs come apart, which is literally nothing, because you're constantly moving this thing as you're putting it together, those tabs break off, and there's nothing holding your fence post. So what they do is they take a screw right here, put it in here, it gives you another tab, which is harder to pull out. Well, guess what? That's not going to hold this fence together, right? You get this fence, and in a storm, it's flexing and pulling out. And that's what happens. And it starts pulling out, and then everything's over in your neighbor's yard. Sometimes it's in this much, sometimes it's in this much, based on how they install the fence, how far your fence posts are apart. They don't get it down to the exact centimeter where it's like right on the tabs. So, came up with the idea. So we have this piece of plastic, which we got at Lowe's. We get it in 8, 10, 12-foot sections. I cut it to fit right inside here. You can leave a little bit of room because you want to leave for flexing from the sun, from the heat. So there is going to be some shifting normally. So the fence post is in the ground. At the bottom, with this in the ground, it's not going to move. As you go up higher and higher, 6 feet, 8 feet, all of a sudden that fence post is flexing. And if those rails are getting hit by wind, they're flexing. They're moving this. This whole thing is moving in and out apart. So by putting that piece on the top, it kind of ties your whole top together and gives you a little more strength. So this is just PVC molding. And we get this in long lengths at Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever, it's just PVC. I drilled a 15/64 hole. You could do 1/4 inch, but I went a little bit less, just enough for the screw. This is a number 14 by 2 inch pan head screw. It's for metal, not for wood. Wood's going to have a more aggressive thread. These have a drill, so they're drilling a hole, or this one doesn't. This is going to thread in, and it's going to be a little bit tighter. So just enough so that this is tight, and it can't move. 1/4 inch would work, but it'd give you a little bit of slop, and you don't really want slop because then it could work the screw loose. So try to get it 15/64 for a number 14. Number 14, stainless steel. Make sure you use stainless steel because it's outside. Number 14, 2 inch long pan head for metal. Do not use these screws. These are drill type. These are for metal. They drill a hole and then they thread in. If you're using it in softer plastic, they use them to install the fence. It's the wrong type of screw because it's drilling a hole and you virtually have nothing holding it. We're going to put 2 of those in there because we're going to have a fence post coming in on each side. Screw that into the fence post. In this case, we would put this in here right there on the fence, and then just take your drill and drill it in. This is a demo piece for our video that I made. It's pretty cool. But basically, we're going to put this up on top, and they're putting in this little screw to create a tab. We're putting this in with a long screw down into it, and we've got it on both sides. So the fence post can move a little bit, but that's basically going to secure your post inside your, it's going to secure your rail inside your post. All this is, it's cut to the same size as this, a little bit of space, 2 holes drilled in it. They don't have to be accurate. You see, they're not exactly in the middle. They don't have to be the exact same size. You can see this one's a little bit longer. No harm, no foul. Rough cut, rough drilled. Let's take it outside, put it on the fence, and talk about why it works. Maintenance man outside Florida. It's over 2,000 degrees in the sun. We're going to take that piece, put it right down. As you can see in here, one fence post only comes to here, and the other one comes over to there. So they're going to be different. So the idea is, this fence, when we move this fence back and forth, these pull in and out. And this fence post is going to move. At the bottom, it's not moving, but at the top, it's moving. So this distance is changing, and with enough wind, this just pops out. So we're going to put this in, attach it to the rail, and that way, screw it into both, and that fence can't pop out. Gives us a little more stability. Just take your screw, you know what? Now I know why they use the drill ones. I'm gonna get a drill bit and do a pilot hole because it's it's really hard 8 feet in the air trying to put enough pressure on this to get it to go in. So let me go. I am going to get a small drill bit and drill a pilot hole so that, put it together. I'll be right back. I got drill bits and a beer, and you're gonna need a beer if you're working Labor Day weekend in Florida summer heat. I'm gonna go 1/8. That's the same size you would use for a pop rivet. Small, you see, compared to the screw, it's only gonna give us a little hole to open. And where we already tried to put the piece in, just drill that out. I'm gonna drill one in this side. Switch back to the Phillips head bit. Drill this in. It's nice and tight. Even though the fence is still flexible, it can't pull out without really ripping this apart. So if you wanted it to be tight in there, you could also put it in the exact size, but that will keep this from coming apart. And as you can see over here, we already have a problem. You can see that fence post right there has already come out. So we're going to take this back out. This is basically out, and we need to, you see how easily that pushed over? So we pushed it in about an inch. A little wind would have knocked that all out. Now there's a gap in there compared to what it was before. You can see now that the fence has been moved in comparison to the first shot. The fence post is apart, and that's how easily these fences pull back apart. Okay, so now, fuck, this is a problem. Here, hold up. So I'm going to now drill in here. Drill over there. 1/8 inch works really well. Swap out the bit to number 14 by 2 inch pan head screws. Oops. And now, as much as I want to pull that out like I did before to move it around, I can't. Now I could pull, no, I can't. I can't pull either way, because if I pull it this way, it hits here. If I pull it that way, it hits this way. So now these fence posts, these rails are not going to come out like you saw the tabs coming out on that side. These caps are usually glued on, but if you glue them on and you have to repair it, kind of screwed, so you might want to put some tape or something in there. Move on to the next post. Oh, where's the beer? Give me it.
You crazy.
Can you reach? Don't tip over the ladder. Don't drop the beer. Ugh.
Okay.
Protect the beer with your life. All right, so you can see these two posts, these two rails coming in here. This is gonna fit right on the top. We've got the drill bit. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and drill a pilot hole right in the center, and then just go over to the other side, do the same thing. Okay, we got some more screws. Take a screw, try to line that up with the hole. And this has a clutch on it, so you can set that up to be very low torque or high torque. You don't want it all the way up. You want it pretty low, but probably not that low. I won't even drive the screw in. Bring it up. And that prevents you from over torquing it and stripping it out. So you can see in there now, these posts can't come out. Simple, easy, cheap, and that'll hold our fence together. Don't tap your feet.
It's called happy feet.
It's not called happy feet, it's called fucking noise on the set that you get fired for.